The following is a special presentation of 18 WJTS Sports. This is Indiana high school basketball here on 18 WJTS TV. High school basketball is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Mehringer Plumbing, Heating and Air, DuBois County Tire, and Ubalor & Sons Chevy, Cadillac, Toyota. It's time to settle in, as tip-off is moments away.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Boonville High School as we get set for the season opener of the 25-26 boys basketball season. Tonight, the Jasper Wildcats travel to meet former Big 8 foe and longtime Big 8 foe, the Boonville Pioneers. I'm Kaleb Knepp alongside Jason Stamm, and on camera, Jeremy Marcos. And we are glad to have you with us tonight for the beginning of this new season right here on 18 WJTS. Now, Jason, there are a few times better in this state than the opening night of a new basketball season.
Oh, yeah, you're exactly right. High school basketball in the state of Indiana is kind of sacred. A lot of people look forward to that. It's the start of a new season, and guys get excited about that, and because there's a lot of unknowns when you start the season.
With the new year officially tipping off, we get our first look at what both programs have been building toward this offseason and for years now. For Jasper, it's year 19 under head coach John Gable, who brings in a 243 and 176 mark at Jasper with a career total of 329 wins. On the other side, Boonville begins a brand new chapter with head coach Jason Gansman making his debut at the helm. Now, looking back at last season, the Wildcats finished 9-14 and fell in overtime to a very good Gibson Southern team in their first game of the sectional. Key returning contributors include senior Jalen Mainers, who led the team with just under 14 points per game as a junior, and senior Logan Day. Jalen Mainers was a sophomore last season, and now last year junior Logan Day. Now a senior, he averaged just under 10 points per game last year. Now both are expected to be major offensive leaders this year. But Jason, the Cats graduated quite a bit of production from last year, but few teams aren't looking to see who steps up and rolls through to graduation. What do you expect from the Cats?
Well, I think, we've got to have some balanced scoring. Teams are going to start to guard Mainers a little bit different this year than what they did last year because he was new to the area. I think that, we got to have some other guys step up. We lost some scoring from last year. And there's some capable guys there. Like you said, Logan Day can step up and can score. Riley Foy played a little bit last year at the end of the season, got moved up to the varsity as a freshman. Riley can shoot the ball a little bit. And you're going to have every night. You're going to have different guys that are going to lead the team. Mainers is going to get his points. It's that second wave of guys that need to score for us to be successful.
Taking a look at Boonville, they finished 10-13 last year and also lost in overtime in their sectional opener, falling to a probably equally as good as Gibson Southern Evansville Central Ball Club. Now, historically, Jasper has controlled the series over the last 40 matchups, leading that 27-13, but Boonville took the most recent meeting, a 55-45 win on November 26th of last year. Now the Wildcats will look to flip that script tonight, while the Pioneers hope to start the Gansman era with a statement. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starters and tip off this 2025-2026 high school hoop season right here on 18 WJTS.
This is Tony Ubalor Toyota in Jasper. Toyota announces a new certified used vehicle program. Now vehicles up to 10 years old with 125,000 miles are silver certified. Cars up to 6 years old with 85,000 miles are gold certified. That means more great certified Toyotas for you to choose from. All with additional factory warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and a stringent multi-point quality inspection, like usual. Ask about a gold or silver certified used Toyota from Ubalor Toyota in Jasper today.
And welcome back here on 18 WJTS Sports to Boonville High School as we get set for this season opener between the Jasper Wildcats and the Boonville Pioneers. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at starting lineups as we get set for tip-off. to get this season started. We'll take a look at Jasper first in their road black uniforms with gold and white trim. They'll go like this. At guard, a 6'1", I believe 6'1", sorry, I forgot to write down my grades. A 6'1",
who are you talking about? Foy?
Sophomore Foy.
Yeah.
6'1" sophomore Riley Foy, he's number 3. Then they'll go with a 6'1" guard, Logan Day, number 5. He is a senior. Then another senior, 5'9" guard, Max Butel. He's number 13. Another senior, 5'11" guard, Jack Levin, number 15. And rounding it out, a 6'3" forward, number 51, Jalen Mainers. And now for Boonville in their home white uniforms with black and a little bit of gold on them as well. They will go like this. A 6'2" senior guard, number 2, Charlie Campbell. A 6'3" senior guard, number 3, Logan Straley. And then a 5'11" junior guard, Braden Egley, number 11. And their final guard is a 6'2" junior, Cash Willis. He is number 33. And then rounding it out is a 6'1" forward, number 4, senior Grant Davis. And getting things started here with the tip. It is controlled by the Wildcats. And it's into the hands of number 13, Butel, one of the seniors on this Jasper roster. He'll work right, kick it out into the corner. Now swung to the left side. That's number 3, Riley Foy. And now back over into the right corner. Up top to Mainers. Mainers, the tallest starter, and it's going to be on the floor and fight for it. And we're going to get a jump ball. So possession arrow will give it to the Pioneers, and a little bit of sloppy play to get this season started, Jason.
Yeah, you're going to have a lot of rust. Guys have been practicing against each other for so long. You had the scrimmage Saturday, but it's going to take a little bit. You got new guys out there that aren't used to playing in game situations with each other, and it'll just take a little bit.
And Boonville on their first possession. That is number 2, Charlie Campbell. He'll drain the deep 3 to put Boonville on this board first. And now Jasper back with it. Of course, Jasper playing a little bit longer of a football season this year, going to the sectional championships. So some of the Wildcats missing a little bit of time. That preseason preparation. That definitely can factor in.
Oh, there's no doubt that that's great that the football has success, but it also hurts the basketball team a little bit.
And a good look there for 5, Logan Day right at the rim. Can't get the layup to drop, so now Boonville working inside. That is Straley. He will miss the runner, and now taken back by Jasper, and then that's going to be off of Jasper out of bounds. It'll stay, actually off of Boonville out of bounds. That will stay with Jasper. So another opportunity for the Wildcats here.
To me, the big thing early in the season like this is taking care of the basketball. You got to cut, yeah, you're going to miss shots. You're going to do those type of things, but you got to be able to control the tempo, and you got to be able to take care of the ball.
So it is Butel with it. Now on the left side to Day. Inside. That is Foy. He'll put it up, and he will score the first 2 points of this young season for the Wildcats. And now the Boonville lead is cut to 1, 3-2, with just over 6 minutes to go in this first quarter. Now it's Willis with it. Willis is the guy to watch tonight, a junior guard who we don't have any stats on the team, Boonville, but he is definitely one of their main contributors last year.
Yeah, Boonville's, the last time we were here, I don't remember what the score was, but we beat them pretty handily, but they were really young. They were like freshmen and sophomores, and that's this class now that's juniors and seniors. So I look for them to have a pretty decent team.
And that was Foy driving in, getting bumped, and he will head to the line. He scored the first 2 for the Wildcats here. And as you mentioned, the younger Pioneers, as the first free throw is short, no good. The younger Pioneers are starting to turn into the older Pioneers here.
Yeah.
And, but that is without a couple of guys that they had expected. Jackson McCain, we believe, is out with an injury, a guy that we expected a lot of contribution from, as the second free throw is good for Foy. And then Tyler Kleiner, a highly coveted football recruit, actually is graduating early for Boonville, so he won't be playing basketball this year. He's a senior and is going to the Northern Illinois University. That three is up and no good. That's shot by Egley. It's no good. Offensive rebound by Willis. Looking for Straley, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds. Will stay with Boonville. So I think, the Pioneers expected to have a little bit more manpower here, and they had definitely some points in last season, and we mentioned that overtime loss to Evansville Central, who was, a ranked team for most of the year in 3A last year, and they took them to overtime before falling. And now that one's tipped out of bounds, nearly taken away by the Wildcats. A pretty solid hustle play there from Riley Foy. And a couple subs here for the Pioneers. Looks like we're going to get 5 Ian Wall, and that is 12 Wyatt Keebler.
So, yep. Parker Ernie checked in for Jasper too. He's a good-looking young kid that's a sophomore. Played a lot last year on the JV team. He's not a big kid, but he plays hard all the time and hustles and does a very good job.
So a foul on the Wildcats. Ball will stay with Boonville, and now it's Willis on the left wing. He's going to get it to a cutting Egley. It's going to be knocked out of his hand. Excuse me, that was Straley. It's going to be deflected, and here come the Wildcats on the left block. Kick back out to Foy. Foy's going to drive the baseline, put up a little floater, and got it to go. Riley Foy with all 5 of the Wildcat points here, and now they lead 5-3. And now here's Willis. Willis will work into. He's going to find a wide open off the screen and roll. That was fresh into the game. Wyatt Keebler. Really nice pass there by Willis to find the wide open Keebler. And now here's the Cats. That is Foy inside to Mainers. Mainers is going to back down Keebler. He's going to kick it to an open. Oh, was open briefly. Was Logan Day. Shot's going to be blocked, and it's going to be a foul going for the loose ball there. So ball will stay with the Wildcats.
I like 2 things that happened there. Jalen Mainers stayed on the post, posted up, got him the ball, and looked opposite. And he got the opposite, or the pass across to today. He got his shot blocked, but still that's what we need to do a lot of this year.
Yeah, and they had a pretty good look there. Really just an impressive block from the Boonville defender there. Really missed who blocked that one. But here comes another block for the Pioneers. That was Butel driving in, and here comes Boonville, and they will throw it away looking for Keebler. Oh, they're going to say it's going to be deflected off of Jasper. I'm not sure I saw that one.
I didn't either.
But they will say Boonville basketball. So 5-5, 3:41 to go in this first quarter here on 18 WJTS. Boonville with the ball on the baseline.
Levi Klaus, number 31, checked in for Jasper.
So Klaus, another.
You'll see a lot of that, early in the year. Coach will be, he'll use a lot of his players just because you got to see who can perform and who plays well with others.
And that was 5 for Boonville. Ian Wall off the bench. A pretty floater right there, right about the free throw line, and he knocks it down, gives Boonville a 2-point lead. Now it's Mainers on the left wing to Butel. Butel now puts it on the floor and gets it over to Foy. Foy opposite side now to Day. Now in the right corner to Mainers. Back out to Day, and Wildcats patient here. Under 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Looking inside to Mainers again. Boonville showing trap. They're going to kick it out. Now a 3 on the way from a 4-point play opportunity now for Riley Foy. Gets the 3 to go, and he'll take a trip to the line. You don't see that too often at any level, let alone the high school.
No, you don't. You need to take advantage of it here and convert the rare 4-point play.
So Foy to the line. He sinks the free throw, and Riley Foy has all 9 of the Jasper points here, so a strong showing from Riley here early on. And now Boonville with it. That is Egley. Now to Keebler and Willis with it now. Willis going to take a ball screen. Work into the lane, puts up a little 8-foot jump shot and gets it to go. So Cash Willis with his first 2 points of the game.
It's too easy. We got to do a better job of keeping that guy out of the lane.
And here is Foy with it again. He's working into the lane, kicks it out to Day. Day takes the screen from Foy, but then kicks it out. Now it's Mainers. Mainers will fire the catch and shoot 3 and knocks it down. So the 6'3 junior, tallest player on the floor for the Wildcats, says, I will be the second man in the scoring column for the team tonight. Now here are the Pioneers. It's Grant Davis with it up top to Wall. Wall now out to Willis. Willis to Keebler. Pioneers showing some patience now as that's Egley now. Yep, Egley gets to the rim, kisses it off the glass, and Braden Egley has his first 2 points and draws Boonville to within 1. Now it's Mainers. Runs into some trouble, gets fouled. Trying to spin towards the baseline and ran out of room but got bumped out of bounds. So a minute 16 and a 12-11 lead for the Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. Again, thank you all for tuning in tonight to catch this season opener here alongside Jason Stamm and on the camera, Jeremy Marcos. Inbounding will be Foy on the baseline for the Wildcats. He's going to get it in to 25. That is Ernie. And pass is going to be nearly taken away by the Pioneers, but now it's going to be out to Foy. And now Ernie with the top of the key. He's going to drive in, get not a bad look.
Kind of forced it. He got bumped and got off balance a little bit.
Yeah, he was able to get into the lane, but trying to split a couple of guys, lost his balance and was forced to put it up. So Boonville coming back the other way. It'll be deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Pioneers here, under a minute to go now. Chance for Boonville to take the lead with any field goal here. That is Wall with it. He's going to work on Ernie. Picks up his dribble. He's going to fire the long 2, short, no good. And fight for the rebound is taken out there by Foy. And now the Wildcats, with just over 30 seconds, we'll see if they opt for one shot here. As Day has it. And now it's up on the logo to Jalen Mainers. Jalen's going to kick it over to Day. And up top to Mainers. Now 15 seconds. And if Jasper plays their cards right, one shot will do the trick here. Day's going to work on Davis, gets it inside to no, that's not Ernie, excuse me. It's going to be taken away by the Pioneers. A long half-court heave is off the backboard in the front of the rim. No good. Really close look there for, I think that might have been Davis that put that up. And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. It's Jasper 12, Boonville 11. We'll be back right after this break here on 18 WJTS.
Think about the journey, not about how you're getting there. The all-new Michelin LTX MS2, engineered for 2 extra years of tread life. Available at DuBois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
After one quarter, it's Jasper 12, Boonville 11. Here on 18 WJTS, we get set for the start of the second quarter. Pretty balanced scoring for the Pioneers so far. 5 have entered the scoring column already. And for Jasper, Riley Foy has done almost all the damage aside from a 3 from Jalen Mainers. And it will be Jasper ball to start this second period. Now it's 35. Cash Kendall into the game for the Wildcats. And Ernie's pass is going to be taken away by Egley. Excuse me, that is actually Wall that took that away, and now it's Grant Davis. Thought about the three, won't take it. And now it is Wall working on Foy, gets through the defender. Had a great look at the rim, can't get it to fall though. And those are those kind of looks that he's going to watch back on tape and want that one back for sure.
Yeah, no doubt.
So now Jasper outside, a long three from Riley Foy, and he has 12 with the Jasper 15 here. Just under a minute into the second quarter, he is having a very nice scoring night already.
Yeah, his man left him there and left him wide open, and he was able to convert.
And he was a couple steps behind the line there too, so showing that extended range. And knifing through the lane is Egley. He is the first Pioneer with more than one basket on the night as he has 4 points. Cuts the Jasper lead to 15-13. And now it's Riley Foy looking inside. Now it's going to be thrown over to a open Jack Levin. Three will be no good. Actually, it's the top of the backboard, and fighting for the rebound will be off of the Wildcats and will be Boonville basketball. So pretty good look there for Jack. Kind of got the really unfriendly bounce off the rim to where it hit the top side of the backboard, and really wasn't that bad of a miss by any stretch. So now Boonville with it. It's Wall. Finally gets it into the front court, gets to the rim, and is going to be fouled, I think, by Ernie. It will be on Ernie.
We've got to do a lot better job on defense. They're getting to the basket, to the rim. I mean, all the way to it, too easy.
Yeah, you're definitely right on that. That's maybe the third or fourth pretty good look at the rim that they haven't gotten to go down. Boonville was able to get the foul there. So now Wall hits the first of his 2 free throws. But yeah, the Pioneers have had some good looks at the rim, just haven't quite gotten them to fall. And that's just that. You mentioned it earlier. That is definitely some of that early season rust right there. As the second free throw is no good. And it is rebounded by Thornburg into the game. So the Wildcats going deep into their bench tonight, really probably just trying to get a lot of guys some action and see who performs well out here on the varsity stage.
Yeah, there's a lot to that because, early in the year like this, especially with Jasper's roster, I mean, they're made up of a lot of seniors. And, you basically play your way into the game or you play your way onto the bench. So, and that's what Coach will be looking for.
Down the lane goes 33. That is Thornburg. Have his shot rejected. So a good few, I think we've had probably 3 or 4 blocks from the Pioneers here. They have protected the rim rather well. Jasper doing a good job of putting pressure on the rim, just have not finished super effectively as the inbound pass is going to be taken away, but then back into the hands of the Wildcats. Now down the lane, the Euro step and one for Max Butel. So a heads-up play by the senior to make something out of nothing there, stealing back the stolen inbound pass, and then he took it right to the rim, made a nice play, and he's going to get a chance for a 3-point play here.
Yeah, that's when Max is playing his best basketball, is when he does that, when he goes to the rim like that.
Won't convert the 3-point play, though, as the free throw failed to hit the rim. So it will remain a 3-point Jasper lead, 17-14. 5.5 to go in this second quarter. Egan Wall will bring it up for the Pioneers. He is actually coming off of the Pioneer bench, has done a lot of ball handling for them tonight. And off the baseline cut, that's 3. Logan Straley, and he's going to be fouled. Gets it to drop, so an and one opportunity for him. Chance to knot this game up at 17. He came flying out of that corner down the baseline. That was...
Yeah, he back cut, and I don't know who was trying to guard him, but they lost sight of him, that's for sure.
Free throw is no good. Rebounded by Foy. And, lost out of bounds. It's just a tough break there. I think Butel was looking up the court trying to make the next pass before he caught the pass from Foy.
Yeah, you got to catch it first.
So now Boonville with the ball and a chance to take the lead. It's out to Wall. Wall will kick it out to Cash Willis. Willis with 2 points here in this game. He is a guy that we expected. We expect to do a lot of the scoring tonight for the Pioneers, and he's going to shoot the little fading too. And right as I was talking about his scoring ability, he hits a little mid-range pull-up too, actually kind of fading away from the basket a little bit. So now Boonville with an 18-17 advantage. Mainers has his pass tipped, but will get it inside to Day, and his little fadeaway jumper won't be close at all. But knifing down the lane the other way is Egley, and he's going to have his shot rejected. Here come the Wildcats. And we're going to get a foul on
Straley, I think.
I think he was holding off ball on the. I think it was Foy that was cutting towards the rim there, and so Jasper will inbound. Actually, we will get a timeout. So we will take it with them. On the scoreboard here at Boonville, it is Boonville 18, Jasper 17. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be right back here on 18 WJTS Sports.
Southern Indiana Propane recognizes the hard work and dedication that our student athletes put forth to prepare to play their best in representation of our schools. The team at Southern Indiana Propane works to be tough on safety and easy on the pocketbook for our customers. When it comes to safety, we are the most stringent in the area because we want to do all we can to help our customers have confidence that their energy choice is a safe and efficient low-carbon option that is reliable and ready when you are. Propane, energy for everyone.
It's Boonville 18, Jasper 17, 4 minutes, 17 seconds to go in the second quarter. Jasper with the basketball, a chance to take the lead again. We've had quite a few lead changes here early in this game, as Foy will throw it up top to Levin. And now it is in the corner to Foy. Now it's 13 Butel, and a three in the corner is from Foy, and it will hit the side of the rim, bounce up and drop in. Riley Foy, I think that's 15 for him. He's having quite a night.
When things are going right, they go right, because after that hit the rim, it didn't look like it had a chance to go in.
So now a 20-18 lead for the Wildcats, and Cash Willis working inside. Puts it up, and that is a kind of bumped the defender there and got enough space to get that little jump shot up, and a really nice move there for Cash Willis's 6th point of the game. Now Mainer's looking for the post up on.
We got to get him the ball.
Yeah, he has not had many touches inside the paint.
Not inside, no.
Now corner three on the way. That's going to be nothing but net from Max Butel. His first three of the night, 5th point of the game. And that will make it a 3-point Jasper lead. Inside goes Egley, kicked out to Keebler. Now in the corner again to Egley. Egley will fire the three. No good, rebounded by Mainers. Here comes Day. Quickly for the Wildcats. Driving right, kicks it to a wide open Riley Foy. That one's going to be too strong. And fight for the rebound. And they get a jump ball on that, looks like.
That's one of the things that Carrie and I talk about all the time. There shouldn't have been no jump ball there.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the.
Both teams don't have, their hands on the ball.
I think
The officials, it just seems like here in the last few years, the officials, as soon as the ball goes on the floor and somebody's on the floor, just call a jump ball. It's the easiest way to solve it. And it's like, let them scrum it out. Yeah. Let them figure out who gets it.
See, if anything, it looks like could have been a foul on the Wildcats there.
Yeah, exactly.
Regardless, will at least go to the Pioneers, and Egley will fire up the floater. Won't get it to go. Rebound by the Pioneers. Here comes Wall down the lane. Gets a decent look. Won't get it to drop, though, and rebounded by Foy. And out come the Wildcats. Here's Butel. Butel picks up his dribble, looks inside, and it's going to be, he's looking for 31, Levi Klaus. who had decent position in the post, but just tried to do a little bit too much with that pass, forced it a little too early, and tipped out of bounds. And now the Pioneers can tie it with a 3. Just over 2 minutes to go now, and it's going to be actually taken away by Foy. Good defensive play on the tip there. Now it's Butel. Out up top to Day. Logan Day over to Riley Foy now, under 2 minutes to go. And it's in the corner, bumped. Butel, no call. And now it's on the right wing, looking inside. Kicked out to the corner. Ball fake and a little floater from Foy. Won't get it to drop. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds. That one might have.
It looked like it might have went off his leg.
So we've definitely seen a couple of questionable calls both ways here.
It's the first game for the officials too.
That's a good point. Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. It takes them some time to get caught up with the speed of the game and things that they're looking for. And
now it's Willis, left wing, He will take a dribble and pull up from about 17 feet. Won't get it to go. The rebound's into the hands of Riley Foy. Now it's Mainers looking inside. This one dribble kicks it out to Butel. Butel back inside to Ernie. Now it's out to Foy. Now a 3 on the way from Mainers. Just off to the right and rebounded by Cash Willis. Now 45 seconds to go in the second quarter. Let's see if Boonville tries to hold for one shot here.
I'd say they will if we allow them to.
Yeah, early indication is they will. Actually, here comes Willis taking a ball screen. He's going to work into the paint and fire up a shot off the foul. It's one of those where you put it up because you got fouled. He probably wasn't looking to shoot that, but
yeah. And they didn't give him the free throws either. So the officials got that part of it right.
Yeah. So just under 30 seconds, and Boonville will inbound from the baseline. Cash Willis gets it in to Egley. Egley drives, puts it up and under. Holy cow, what a move by Braden Egley. This is one of the prettier reverse up and unders you will see.
Yeah, it was. That was a nice play for high school.
And now 15 seconds, a pull-up mid-range shot is no good from Day. And the rebound will be taken out of there by the Pioneers. And
good thing they did commit that because 4 was wide open down here. Davis was wide open.
Yeah, you saw it. Grant Davis was going to be wide open for the outlet pass had Willis gotten out of there clean with the ball. But the foul will force the Pioneers to go the full length of the court here in 9 seconds. Willis gets it, 6 seconds. No hurry here. 4 seconds now, 3. He's going to take a screen, and he's going to get it off, but not even close on that one. So that will bring us to halftime here from Boonville. The Wildcats lead it 23-22. We'll be back with halftime scoring right after this here on 18 WJTS.
Get a GM certified pre-owned vehicle now at Jubilar Chevy Cadillac in Jasper. We've got a great selection of certified vehicles on the lot and ready for you to drive home today. Each comes with a 172-point inspection and a 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. With the GM certified, you're not just buying a used car, you're buying peace of mind. And remember, at Jubilar's, you never pay dealer fees. Jubilar Chevy Cadillac in Jasper, where customers send their friends for pre-owned vehicles since 1929.
And at the half, it is Jasper 23, Boonville 22 here on 18 WJTS. We'll take a quick look at some halftime stats. First, we'll take a look at Jasper as they lead this one, 23-22. Leading the way is Riley Foy. He's exploded for 15 of the Jasper 23. He did that on 3 3-pointers and a couple of 2-point field goals, as well as a pair of free throws. I think both of those were, actually at least one of those was an and one. Then for the second leading scorer for the Wildcats. Actually, only 3 Wildcats have hit the scoring column, so Max Butel has 5 points for the Cats, and Jalen Mainers is the only other Wildcat to score tonight. He hit 1 3-pointer, so Wildcats have played a lot of players, but only 3 have managed to score so far. And to a quick look at Boonville, they have spread it out. 22 total points, leading the way are 2 different guys with 6 points. Cash Willis with 6, and Braden Egley with 6 as well. Then I have 3 points from Ian Wall and 3 points from Charlie Campbell. And Logan Straley and Wyatt Keebler both with a pair, are both with 2 points each. And Jason, before you run into your stats, I don't have Boonville for any 3-pointers, so the Wildcats have done a good job of limiting the shots from beyond the arc for the Pioneers, but it all hasn't been perfect for the Wildcats defensively still.
No, Boonville's not even looking for the 3-point shot very often. I mean, they want to get the ball and they're going to the basket, and we're not doing anything to stop them. So, I mean, I wouldn't look for them to change anything up. I mean, they're just going to want to get to the basket like they did there in the first half. We got to do a better job of not letting that happen. But turnover-wise, I had Jasper as for a total of 6 for the game so far, and Boonville, I've got them for just 2. And in first game of the year, that's not too bad for either team. 6, for Jasper, maybe a little high. 2 for Boonville, that's really good. So, we'll see if that continues here in the second half, because with a close game, it was a little pressure. Things ramp it up a little bit. We'll just see if one of the teams can pull away from each other here a little bit. Hopefully Jasper's one that does the pulling away, but we just got to do a better job on the defensive end, in my opinion.
Yeah, 1-point game here at the half as we get set to get this third quarter underway and what is shaping up to be hopefully a nice ending or hopefully a Jasper win here regardless. Here to open up this season. Both teams showing a lot of positive signs so far. Only 2 turnovers for Boonville. I think that really speaks volumes on this team this early in the season. And Wildcats have looked pretty good offensively at times. Riley Foy has been the one doing the damage. So really look to see if the Wildcats can spread it around a little bit more here in this second half as we get things underway. It's Mainers at the top of the key. Now over to Day. And up top, a 3 on the way from Foy, and he gets it to rattle home. So Riley Foy with his 18th point of the contest.
Yeah, that was a set play coming out of the halftime break there. And then Jasper did a good job of being patient with it, letting the play out like it did.
And finding the hot hand early and often in the second half. Actually, throughout this game in general, Foy has had a lot of good looks, and that one is no different. So now it's Cash Willis working on Levin right there. Now it's out to Egley. Egley's going to drive in, gets down the lane, puts it up with the right hand. And
again, I mean, gets to the basket. We did do a little switch that time because Butel had been guarding the good guy there at the point. And to start this half, we put Levin on him. So a little more size. See how that works.
So Egley with his 8th point, first 2 of the second half here, and it's a 1-point game again. So Foy out now to Foy again inside. That is Levin kicked out to Day. Day back out to Foy. Wildcats really looking to get to the rim here. A little floater on the run. Gets the friendly roll. Riley Foy. He has really had the hot hand still. So the first 5 points of the second half go to Riley Foy here. Now there's Cash Willis. Willis will work right. Now backing out with his left hand, loses control of the ball and into the hand of Mainers. And now Foy nearly has his pocket picked and is going to be fouled. So Willis initially had to play on the ball, but didn't get his hand on it and undercut Foy in the process.
Yeah, he didn't intentionally do it. I mean, he was going for the ball, so I mean there was no dirty play there. He's just kind of tweaked his knee a little bit probably.
That'll be the first foul on Cash Willis, and Foy a little bit shaken up. Will take a seat, and that's definitely a big hit for the Wildcats. He has 20 of the Wildcat 28. So now it's Mainers. He's going to work right. Pulls up from a long two and well short, yeah.
Force that.
Now Grant Davis, a wide open three on the other end, and he'll make the most of that wide open look and draws the Pioneers to within one here. Grant Davis with his first points of the game.
Oh. Right idea. Logan saw Max was wide open under the basket, but the pass just kind of led Max out of bounds a little bit.
So now Boonville gets it back, a chance to take the lead. Cash Willis. He'll throw it over to Egley, and now it is Campbell. Haven't seen much of Campbell. He spent a little bit of this game on the bench so far. Now it's Grant Davis. Makes a good move, gets inside, a little bit too strong off the backboard, and it'll be taken out of there by Butel. Now Day, little pull up two, got it to go. So Logan Day, his first 2 points of the game, and that will extend the Wildcat lead to 3 with just under 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. So Egley over to Willis. Willis will catch and shoot the three well short.
That was good defense.
Yeah, a little bit of a kind of a rush shot there from Willis.
Yeah.
The Wildcat defense, I think the quick closeout made him think twice about it. And now here comes Levin down the lane. A nice move. Can't get it to go, though, and the rebound is into the hands of Grant Davis. Quickly up to Egley. Egley stops and pops for three. Got it to go. That is a difficult shot to make. You don't even see that a whole lot at higher levels.
No.
You know, running down the court, picking up your dribble and hitting that is a difficult shot. That was actually lost track of who it was already.
I don't remember.
I said his
either.
name and then forgot. I think it might have been Egley.
Yeah, it was.
So Braden Egley having a very nice game so far. I have him for 11. It's his first three in the the second Boonville three, both in the second half. There's the missed shot from Mainers. Will be taken out of there by the Pioneers, and here comes Egley. Takes a screen from Davis. He'll shoot it coming around the top of the screen, a little bit too strong, and the ball was in the hands of Levin, but scored it away, and now it's back in the hands of Cash Willis and the Pioneers.
One thing's for sure, the officials are letting them play. I mean, there hasn't been too many total fouls called in this game.
Yeah, definitely helps with the flow of the game, and we haven't had many stoppages, but
no.
Cash Willis getting to his right hand there and was fouled and kind of threw up a prayer and got it to go. That's really, that's just tough shot making right there.
Yeah.
You know, you can live with the foul there, but it's not very often the guys will hit that shot on you.
No.
So now Cash Willis has 8 points in the game, 2 in the second half. His free throw is good, puts him up to 9 on the night. And Boonville now with a 3-point advantage. 3:20 to go in this third quarter. So it's Butel up to Mainers. Mainers over back to Butel. Working on Egley. A lot of heavy ball pressure here from the Pioneers.
Yeah. Oh.
Tried to skip it all the way. Somehow gets it there to Day. I think shot was partially blocked. And on the way down, it'll hit a Pioneer and will stay with Jasper. It's Jasper the second opportunity here. Not a bad look, but a really good closeout by the Pioneers. I'm pretty sure they got a hand on that.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Now it's inbounded to Day in the corner to Foy. Foy, a good look in the corner, no good. And rebounded by Keebler. And that is a look. If you're the Pioneers, you do not want to give up to the hot hand and Riley Foy right there. And here's Egley working baseline, kicks it out to, I believe that was Campbell. Missed the three, rebounded by the Wildcats. And coming the other way is Day. And he's going to get the foul, definitely. A little bit reckless there and fortunate.
He's fortunate there because that defender was standing there and had his hands up. You know, one thing, you know, when we talk about it every year is you don't see coaches don't teach it and kids don't do it, but you don't see guys taking charges anymore. You know, I mean, right there, if that kid just stands there with his hands up, like you said, Day was out of control. If he's got his hands up, he runs into him, he falls over, it's a charge.
So Day hits the first of his pair of free throws. Second one also drops. Day now with 4 points and cuts it to a 1-point Boonville lead. And Boonville wants timeout. And we will take it with them on the scoreboard. It is Boonville 33, Jasper 32. 2 minutes, 27 seconds to go in the third quarter. We'll take this break with them right here on 18 WJTS Sports.
Contact Maringer Plumbing, Heating and Air at 812-482-4425. That's 812-482-4425. Located at 723 3rd Avenue in Jasper.
It's hard to stop a train.
Him back here at Boonville as the Pioneers lead this one 33-32 with 2.5 to go here in this third quarter. Boonville with the ball out of the timeout. And that is Wall. Up top to Willis. Willis has been very aggressive here in the second half. Now Egley looking to drive down the lane, has it taken away, tipped back, and now finally back into the hands of the Wildcats. And that's Ernie. Ernie running into some trouble, gets it to Day and gets it into the front court. Now on the baseline, a good look for 31. That is Levi Klaus for his first 2 points of the contest. So that will give Jasper the 1-point lead again. As Wall works left, he's bumped. And I'm going to get a foul on Butel, I believe.
Klaus.
Actually, they're going to get Klaus on that one, yeah. His first. So now it is Campbell. Go to Willis, now back to Wall. Wall take a screen from Keebler, now kicks it out to Keebler, but he's going to put it on the floor, drive in, gets a nice look at the rim, and that's just what the Wildcats have got to figure out how to stop, is that straight line drive off the catch. And Keebler has his 4th point of the contest. Now Klaus backing down Keebler, has his pass tipped, but it does end up in the hands of Day. Now back inside to Ernie. Ernie kicks it out to Butel. Now Day works right. And back out again. Looks like the Pioneers have gone into a 2-3 zone here. And driving down the lane is Klaus. And he's going to get the hoop in the harm. So Levi Klaus, 4 points now. Chance to make it 5. Jasper again with a 1-point lead. Go ahead.
Aguilera checked in for Jasper. That's the first time he's been in the game, number 23.
I mean, I think we saw him play quite a bit of the JV contest.
Yeah, he has. He's a junior. I think they'll probably let him play quite a bit on the JVs, depending on how much varsity time he gets, but they'll probably play quite a bit on the JV team.
So we mentioned it a good few times as Egley drives in as it's stripped. Going to stay with Boonville. We mentioned it quite a few times. Wildcats are going deep into their bench, and that is just part of the early season. You're really trying to figure out your rotations, you know, which guys you can rely on coming off the bench, and you know, that is part of high school basketball. When you're replacing guys every year, you've got to, you know, do it trial by error and find, you know, some guys are going to shine, some guys are going to struggle. You just have to let them go out and play sometimes.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
So it's Boonville with it. They're Looks like they're going to be content to take the final shot of this third quarter. As Wall gets it to Egley. Egley now working in, 15 seconds still on the clock. He's going to hit a cutting wide open Ian Wall. That's going to give Boonville this lead now, 7 seconds for the Cats. It's Butel. Now over to Aguilera, fresh into the game. Aguilera gets it into the hands of Levin. Levin can't quite get it to drop. And with that, we will come to the end of the third quarter. And Boonville takes a 1-point lead, 37-36 over the Wildcats. As we end this third quarter, we'll be back with the fourth quarter right after this here on 18 WJTS.
101 Country, WBDC, your morning brain teaser.
Here's Dolly Parton now on Lunch with the Legends on 101 Country.
All right, leading things off on a good time gold Saturday morning.
Beezer, good morning.
Good morning, Ty.
How you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Be sure to join me from 3 to 6 for Afternoons with Amanda.
We are 101 Country, WBDC.
Back for the start of the fourth quarter. You're on 18 WJTS, again alongside Jason Stamm and Jeremy Marcos on the camera here at Boonville. As the Wildcats trail this one heading into the fourth quarter, 37-36 in favor of Boonville. And Boonville does start with possessions. Now just 8 minutes to decide this one. Now Cash Willis is going to work on Ernie. Pioneers pretty patient coming out here in the start of this fourth quarter. Now Wall. Not showing really much aggression at all here.
No, I think they're just going to be content with doing what they've done to get them to this point, and that's they play a lot of one-on-one, just like, you know, but we haven't done anything to stop them from doing that because they've been able to do the one-on-one and get to the basket.
And the one thing about this Boonville team that we maybe didn't mention enough is they don't have a whole lot of size. So with that comes, you know, the added quickness and ability to play on the perimeter. So they've really done a good job of spreading out this Jasper defense. As the three from Wall is no good, but rebounded by Egley, and that is just something that is a killer in a game like this.
Yes, it is. You've got to limit them to one shot.
So now the Wildcats with it again, down by 3. Levin.
But, you know, to build off of what you said, you know, with the size, Jasper's got a size advantage, but we haven't taken advantage of it. Right there. Get it in there to him. See, and that's what you're going to get, you know. You got it when you got bigs in there and you've got the opportunity to get the ball to them, you need to take advantage of it.
I think Davis is going to get called for the bump there, but like you had mentioned, Wildcats really just struggled to get it inside. Boonville's brought some double teams, really just tried to force it out of their hands, and you saw kind of Foy was kind of the beneficiary of a few good-looking threes off of that. And looking and trying to force it into Mainers. It's going to be taken away by Willis. Definitely just force that one. I mean, just don't even know if he saw the defender there.
It didn't look like it.
It's kind of one of those passes in the NFL where you're like, did he even see that linebacker there? When it's just one of those obvious interceptions. But now Egley's going to be fouled on the drive. He'll stay with Boonville, no free throws. It's not a shooting foul. So Grant Davis, actually no. Cash Willis will inbound it from their baseline, gets it into Ian Wall. Now inside to Campbell. Campbell kicks it out to Egley. We're under 6 minutes here in a 3-point Pioneer lead. As Cash Willis works on Ernie, now it's back out to Wall. Wall with it. And he's going to work left now, pick up his dribble, put up almost a little hook shot, floater. It was Great job by Wall to get to his spot there and get a good look. And now 5-point lead, and the Wildcats want timeout. Coach Gable sees this one starting to kind of slip. The momentum really go into the hands of Boonville here, and a 5-point lead. They will take the timeout. We'll actually go ahead and stay here for this one. What do the Wildcats need to do, Jason, to get this back going in the right direction here? Because this last few possessions, Boonville's gotten everything they've wanted on the offense.
Well, yeah, they're doing that. They're basically spreading the court. Like you said, they don't have a lot of size. They've got 5 guards basically out there, 5 guys that can handle the ball, and they're exploiting our lack of ability to play defense by staying. When you play good defense, you have to stay between the ball and the basket, and we're not doing that. I mean, we're not moving our feet. We're not getting over in front. If the guy's going to the right, you got to move your feet and get over there and make him reverse or do something different. And it's not only just the guy that's guarding the ball, but the other 4 guys that are out there got to be ready to help. They haven't had to pick up their dribble because they got a double team on a drive and kick it out to somebody else. They haven't had to do that. They get all the way to the basket. We got to do a better job of that.
Yeah, and only 2 3-pointers made, so you would think at some point maybe the Wildcats would really test their ability to shoot the 3 here.
Yeah. I mean, I would be sagging off of them, daring them to shoot it because, like you said, they haven't shot it much.
Mainers won't get the hook shot to go out to Butel. His 3 won't go, and that ball is going to roll out of bounds off of the Wildcats. And another couple of good looks for the Cats, and won't find any points on it. And now Boonville with a chance to really grab a hold of this one. 5-point lead again for the Pioneers. 5:15 to go in this 4th quarter. And now Jasper bringing a quick double team as Wall gets into the half court into a wide open 3. It's going to be short, no good, and we're going to have a tie-up going for the board. That 3 is from Logan Straley, one of the Pioneer role players. You don't see him do a whole lot of the ball handling. Had a good look from 3 there, couldn't knock it down. So possession arrow will send it back to the Cats. Now right on 5 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. And a chance to cut this to a 1-possession game as Butel works to his left. And Boonville making it hard for the Wildcats to really get into what they want to do offensively. They've had difficulty just getting it into the paint. Guards have been working against heavy pressure.
Boonville's done a pretty good job on defense, other than a couple of wide open shots that they've had, but at least they're out there putting pressure on, and they're not giving up the drive.
So now Butel with it. Gets it inside to Mainers. And looking to, not sure, I believe Ernie thought there was another Wildcat in the corner, let that one go by him, but Mainers was looking for Ernie, and it will go straight out of bounds. So now just over 4 minutes, and with the patience the Pioneers have showed so far, I think that will only become more and more patient as we get going here. And it's going to be taken away by Foy. Bad pass from Willis, and Foy's going to go to the free throw line. Good job to pick that one off at the high point there and stayed aggressive, got to the rim and the foul. And now Riley Foy, chance to cut it to a 3-point game.
Yeah, you got to convert these, 3 points with the clock stopped.
First one for Riley is good. And he had 15 in the first half and now 6 here in the second half, so a total of 21 on the night. Second one is good. He has been a little quiet since early in the 3rd quarter. It's still a nice night to show for it.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Jasper really bringing the pressure now. That's Campbell with it. Guarded heavily by Ernie. And now Egley. Working on Foy, gets inside, has his pass tipped, nearly taken away, but we'll get out to Keebler, and now it is Campbell. 3.5 to go in this fourth. Willis runs into a double team, kicks it to a wide open Campbell. Campbell will fire the three wide open on the left wing and knocks it down.
That's a big shot there.
So Campbell has 6 points, and we're going to get a timeout from the Wildcats. We'll go ahead and take it with them on the scoreboard. It is Boonville 44, Jasper 38. 3 minutes and 18 seconds to go in this fourth quarter when we come back here on 18 WJTS.
Providing news, sports, interviews, meetings, and presentations, community events, information, and local resources to you. All from the comfort of where you choose to watch, read, or listen. Whether you're at home, at work, or on the go, we'll be there for you. 18 WJTS. Local people watching local people, and more.
3 minutes, 18 seconds to go here in this fourth quarter in the season opener for the Jasper Wildcats here on 18 WJTS. They trail this one 44-38 to the Boonville Pioneers at the moment. And Jason, the Wildcats have brought the defensive pressure, but it has led to a few Boonville baskets here. They've done a good job of taking care of the ball still here.
That's exactly right. Jasper's ramping up the pressure like you'd expect, but Boonville so far hasn't cracked, and like you said, they're taking care of the basketball.
So Jasper with it out of the timeout. Foy gets a good look at the rim. Too strong, gets the putback, and a much-needed basket from Riley Foy to bring Jasper within 4. And the quick double team as Egley gets it across half court. Thought about the three, does Wall. Won't take it. Now Wall works inside. Out to Egley. Egley, might have traveled there. Now Wall, step back three. Holy cow, he got the step back three to go. In that situation, that's a
tough shot.
That's a tough shot.
That's one of those that their coach is like, no, yes, good shot.
Great shot, never do it again.
Yeah.
And Jasper turns it over on the other end. And now a 7-point lead for the Pioneers. And it's a pass to a wide open Campbell, but it's blocked from behind by Day. But on the rebound, he will be fouled.
But I don't know who was guarding him. He was wide open under the basket. I don't know if he back cut his guy or what happened, but you're going to have that too late in games like this when you're scrambling. You're going to, if the other team can take care of the basketball, they're going to get easy shots because you're scrambling.
Yeah, when the other team brings the trap, someone's going to be open somewhere. It's just the difficulty of finding someone in that kind of split second. But yeah, Boonville's done an excellent job so far. So Campbell misses the second free throw, and Coach Gable wants timeout as there are just over 2 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Boonville leads 48-40. I think we'll just go ahead and keep it here for this break, as Jasper really is going to have to put some points on the board here and force some turnovers. And Jason, it's going to have to come from better execution on the trap in the half court. Maybe bring that trap up into the full court, and because.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to start picking them up full court, and the half-court trap's fine. But, you made that point a while ago with them being small and having 5 guys out there that basically can handle the basketball. And when you get to this stage of the game, if you've got 5 guys out there that can do that, that's a huge advantage, to do that. But when you put 5 guys in there like that can handle the ball on offense, that means on defense you're probably undersized. So let's work on getting the ball into Mainers inside. I mean, he doesn't have a basket in the point tonight, or in the paint tonight, and he's the biggest guy on the floor. And we've got to get him the basketball in a position where he can score.
Yeah, Jalen Mainers, you mentioned it, the 6'3 junior, very, very talented athlete overall, had a very nice football season for the Wildcats, having a resurgent season, heading to the 4A sectional championship for season finally ending and having I think he's hit, let's see if I can get his numbers real quick. He has 1 basket for 3 points, and that was that first half 3. He's been quiet the rest of the night. Now, Day might have been bumped on the shot there. Won't get it to go. Rebound will go out of bounds. Will stay with Jasper, fortunately. And I do think he kind of got bumped there on that shot.
Yeah, but that's one of those, when you're on the road in a close game, you're probably not going to get that call.
So Ernie with it, throws it right into the hands of Wall. And the Pioneers, that's Campbell. He's going to hit the deck with it, kind of slipped.
Somebody needs to call timeout for them. But
Boonville does a good job of calling the timeout before he loses possession. So there's 1:42 to go in the fourth. A 48-40 lead for Boonville over Jasper here. We'll go ahead and take a quick break here on 18 WJTS.
This is Tony Ubelard, Toyota in Jasper. Toyota announces a new certified used vehicle program. Now vehicles up to 10 years old with 125,000 miles are silver certified. Cars up to 6 years old with 85,000 miles are gold certified. That means more great certified Toyotas for you to choose from. All with additional factory warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and a stringent multi-point quality inspection, like usual. Ask about a gold or silver certified used Toyota from Ubelard Toyota in Jasper today.
1:42 to go in this fourth quarter from Boonville, and it has been all Pioneers of these last few minutes. 48-40 on the scoreboard now, and chances are starting to dwindle here for the Wildcats as they'll bring a quick trap out of the timeout. And
I mean, we can take some. Yeah, I was going to say you can take some chances because we've only got 2 team fouls, so it doesn't hurt to take some risk. And if you commit a foul going for a ball, so what?
And the Wildcats execute to perfection there, forcing the turnover, throwing it straight out of bounds, looking for teammates that wasn't there. And now the Wildcats with a chance to dig into this 8-point deficit. Butel might have got away with a little bit of a carry. 3 on the way from Mainers is no good, and the rebound by Egley, and will be fouled by Day shortly after. Really a good look there for Mainers. So now 1:17 to go. Boonville with the possession. Here comes Egley. Now in the left corner to Campbell. Campbell gets it out to Willis. Willis back over to Campbell. He'll fire the 3. And that will probably...
That hurt.
Yeah, that will probably nearly seal the coffin here. 3 on the other end for Foy is no good. But it was Campbell with the wide open corner 3. That's almost one where you're like, as a coach, you're like, well, I don't know if I want you to shoot that. I'd rather just keep the possession. But if you knock it down, you're not going to complain about that one.
No, you're exactly right.
So Campbell, this third 3 of the night, he has been one of the main catch and shoot threats here for the Pioneers. Very nice complimentary player to some of these really good ball handlers that the Pioneers have. And 47 seconds to go. A 51-40 lead for the Pioneers. And they'll have the ball in the front court. We'll see if Jasper opts to foul here. Probably will not. They'll bring the double. It's an out to Willis. 40 seconds now. And now in the corner to Egley. And I think the Wildcats, they'll continue to bring some traps here, but inside, a wide open Braden Egley. And now a 13-point lead, under 20 seconds to go, and the Pioneers are going to hand the Wildcats an 0-1 start to the season.
Yeah, to me, it come down to the defensive part, that we talked about. But
yeah, definitely a lot of potential for both teams here, and I think this is one of those deals where with the Wildcats, you were really looking deep into your bench trying to find, what your rotation is going to be this year. And obviously you don't want to start your season with a loss, but at the same time you can learn. They're going to learn a lot from this, and I think these are two pretty good ball clubs here. So
they're not bad. And here's the thing. We got outscored in the fourth quarter, 16-4. It was a 1-point game going into the fourth quarter, and we get outscored that bad, and that's, I don't know. Like you said, it's early, obviously. We just have to take this game and go back to practice and try to improve and get better for the next game.
Well, we'll go ahead and take a quick final timeout. We'll come back with some final stats and wrap this one up here on 18 WJTS.
Think about the journey, not about how you're getting there. The all-new Michelin LTX MS2, engineered for 2 extra years of tread life. Available at DuBois County Tire and Supply in Jasper.
Big or small, we service all. DuBois County Tire.
All right, we're back for a final time speaking with assistant coach for the Wildcats, Kaleb Bagley. Obviously not the results you guys wanted tonight, but, this is a good Boonville ball club. And, I think having a result like this early in the year where, they can maybe show you guys what you need to work on, it can do a lot in the long run. And you guys definitely showed, a lot of positives. Can you kind of talk about what you guys liked, what you disliked?
Yeah, like you said, I mean, those are guys that have been playing varsity basketball for a few years, and they've kind of taken their lumps over the last few years. And, it kind of starts with the Willis kid at the point. He's just tough. He's good with the ball. They did a good job being physical with our interior guys. I mean, they made it difficult on Jalen to get any catches in the inside. Positive sign there, Riley in his first kind of multi-minute varsity game came out and played pretty well for us. Our offense probably let us down more than our defense. You give up 53 points. That's not, or what was it, 51 or 53?
53.
But, it's not the end of, that's not terrible. But our offense was too stagnant. We didn't move the ball. And that's something that we've got to correct. We talked about it in film the other day. Like we've got some real problems that we've got to address, and hopefully get it addressed before we play. And we've got to go back and be honest with ourselves, and because they got exposed tonight, and we've got to do a better job going forward.
Yeah, looking at the scoring, Riley Foy led the way with 24. Had a very nice night. Kind of slowed down there a little bit later, and kind of got through the third quarter, but really shouldered a lot of the offense tonight. I know going forward, you're going to be looking to have some other guys step up. Can you kind of talk about what you expect from different guys going forward?
Yeah, Logan Day didn't shoot the ball particularly well, but he didn't have that a ton of open looks from 3-point line. They did a good job on our shooters for the most part, and I think we kind of got free a little bit in the first half. But, in the second half, like I said, they completely took us out of any rhythm or flow that we had offensively, and it just made things difficult.
Yeah, and for Boonville, we talked about Cash Willis, just a very, very solid player, great ball handler, great facilitator. Held him to, I have him down for 9 points, so was able to stop him offensively for the most part. Now, he made some good decisions, made some good plays for them. But kind of talk about defensively who stood out for you guys.
Yeah, you kind of look at that with the Willis kid, like, he may not score a whole lot, but you're always worried about him. If you leave him too much and help on somebody else, you feel like he can nail you. So, like I said, collectively we didn't do a terrible job. They kind of spread us out there and went one-on-one and got us a few times, just our inability to guard the basketball so spread out. But, we showed some signs, late in the game, picking up a little bit full court and pressuring a little bit. I thought our guys, kind of picked up the intensity a little bit. Unfortunately, it was too late. So,
looking ahead to Bosse, first conference matchup of the year, they always have a talented ball club. What's it going to take for this team to come out with a win in that one?
Yeah, I mean, we got to be able to guard the basketball. I think that's no matter who we're playing. But Bosse's always got plays dribble drive, ball screen defense. Is got to get better. We got put in a lot of those situations tonight and didn't handle it particularly well. We probably expect them to pressure us a little bit. So we've got to, we had 12 turnovers tonight. We've got to cut down on those, take care of the basketball, and find a little bit of rhythm on offense. But like I said, we've got a full week before we take the floor again. We've got to take use our practice time and our film sessions to hopefully improve on these mistakes that we made tonight.
All right. Well, thank you, Coach, for taking the time, and of course, good luck the rest of the way this year. As you know, it's always a great to just get started in the boys basketball season.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And that was assistant coach Kaleb Bagley speaking with us following this loss on the road to Boonville tonight. And rejoining us is Jason Stamm. Jason, I'll take a look at the stats here in a second, but just kind of give me your rundown as far as what your overall thoughts on this game tonight.
Well, I think Coach Bagley hit a lot of the nails on the head. Our on-ball defense wasn't very good. That's obviously got to improve. And like he said, on offense, we got in a rut where we kind of just the guy with the ball was trying to do something, and everybody else was just kind of standing around, not participating in the action. So, again, it's the first game of the year. It's not an excuse; it's just a fact. And you've got plenty of things to work on to get better. So we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah, let's take a quick look at the final scoring. We mentioned Riley Foy with Coach Bagley. He was the leading scorer overall in the game tonight with 24 points. Really a phenomenal night from Riley. After that, for the Wildcats, I only have 4 other Cats in the scoring column, and second in scoring was Max Butel with 5 points, 4 points for Logan Day, 4 points for Ethan Levi Klaus, and then 3 points on one three-pointer from Jalen Maynard. So, Coach Bailey kind of talked about it that, they're going to have some guys step up. 53 points, you can live with that defensively. It's just you, and then that's kind of the modern basketball. That's really not a bad defensive night. Now, granted, there were a lot of things they know that they can clean up, but going forward, just offensively, they're just going to have to get more out of some different guys, I think.
Yeah, there's definitely, we need more points out of Mainers. Was it all his fault? No, it wasn't. But again, it's just, like Coach Bagley said, you're going to go back, you're going to watch film, you got a week to try to improve on things and see where it goes next time out against Bossy. So
we'll take a quick look at the Boonville scoring. They were led by Braden Egley, a very nice night with 15 points, then 10 from Charlie Campbell, 10 from Ian Wall, 9 from Cash Willis, and then 4 from Wyatt Keebler, and rounding it out, 3 from Grant Davis. So Boonville does come out on top here, 53-40, and just go ahead and give us your final thoughts tonight.
Well, one thing I want to do, Kaleb, today Jasper High School, Jasper baseball lost a great friend, a great coach. Coach Ray Howard passed away this morning. I think it was sometime. He was 86 years old. Just a tremendous man, not only coach, but a man, and a guy a lot of people looked up to. He was like a father figure to me. So just wanted to mention that on air, that he will be sorely missed. I know he did a lot of for WITZ, he did a lot of the baseball games on the radio, and a lot of people, he affected a lot of lives in Jasper, in the surrounding community, so he will be sorely missed. So I just wanted to put that out there. As far as the game goes, we talked about it, we have to improve. Your season's not made on the first game of the year. It's a matter of taking steps forward every game that you play to get better and improve on different things and different aspects of the game. So, it's always tough to lose your first one, but, more than likely it's going to happen at some point. I think, if you compared their players to our players with the amount of varsity experience that they had, they way outnumbered us, because they had guys out there that had played 2 or 3 years varsity. We had a couple of guys that were out there on the floor today that didn't have much varsity experience, and I think it showed. So,
Yeah, well said, Jason. And again, our thoughts and prayers are with the family and friends of Coach Howard. It's a tremendous impact on the community.
Yep.
And then some. So again, our thoughts and prayers are there. And fortunately, the Cats can't pull this one out tonight, but it's a long season, Jason, and we look forward to many games more this year.
Yep, we do.
All right, well, that will go ahead and wrap things up. Again, thank you for watching tonight's game on 18 WJTS. For Jeremy Marcos on the camera and Jason Stamm for Keller, I'm Kaleb Knepp. Good night, everyone.
The preceding was a special presentation of 18 WJTS TV. High school basketball on WJTS is proudly brought to you by Southern Indiana Propane, Mehringer Plumbing, Heating and Air, DuBois County Tire, Ubelor & Sons Chevy, Cadillac, Toyota, and 18 WJTS, a DC broadcasting company. Thank you for watching.